talk is on TDS. The question is it TDS? Is it tedious or a complete TDS? I think by the end of the day, let's all decide what it is. What is TDS? So as I said, let's look at the very basics, because unless we understand why TDS is there, what is TDS, we will not appreciate the issues that come up in terms of TDS. So first of all, TDS aims at collection of revenue at the very source of income. What? Tax deducted at source. So at the source of the income, the tax gets deducted. It is essentially an indirect method, therefore, of collecting tax, which combines the concept of pay as you earn and collect as it is being earned. The mechanism of TDS therefore puts the onus of compliance on the person or on the company, on the entity that pays a particular sum of money to somebody else. So the government has basically outsourced the duty of the government of revenue collection onto certain categories of people, and tax is deducted at the time while making payments or at the time of credit, which is very important to understand, that it is not merely tax deduction does not happen at the time of only payment, but it has to happen at the time of the credit into the books of the payer or at the time of payment, whichever is earlier. So the incidence of deduction of tax is preponed to either the date of credit in the books or to the date of payment, whichever is earlier, and then it is deposited into the government treasury. The objective of TDS is to spread the burden of tax payment by paying taxes as it is earned, to ensure effective collection of taxes, and for the timely mobilization of the internal revenues. But very importantly, and this is becoming more and more important from the government's perspective, from the income tax department's perspective, is that it is an important source of information for ascertaining the income and expenditure of a taxpayer during assessments. The TDS returns that the deductors file are a gold mine as far as the tax department is concerned, because based on that they are assessing the people in this room, the people outside the room. It's a gold mine of information for the tax department. So that is something that we need to keep in mind. Advantages, I don't know whether anybody will say there can be advantages, but there are. The advantages are, first of all, it shares the responsibility between the deductor and the tax collection agencies. This is obviously from the government's perspective, part of the burden is passed on. It prevents tax evasion, it's good for the country. Widens the tax collection base, definitely good for the country, because we have a very pitiable number of taxpayers in the country as compared to 125 crores that we have of people. Steady source of revenue for the government. If you are doing a business, you would know that for business you need working capital for daily expenses, for salaries, for rent, for electricity. The government is also like an organization. The government also requires working capital. It has to pay salaries to the government servants. It has to pay all kinds of operational expenses. So basically TDS is a form of working capital for the government, and it is easier for a deductee. The concept of TDS has an advantage from a deductee's perspective, because the deductee, the tax gets automatically deducted or collected and deposited to the central government, and therefore we as taxpayers don't have the headache of paying that separately to the government. So that is one headache taken away from the taxpayers' shoulders. So those of you who are salaried people, for example, you would know that from your salary tax gets deducted. Let us take a situation where TDS is not there, the employer does not deduct tax. Then obviously you will need to yourself pay the tax. So that is a headache, because every 3 months you will have to pay advance tax, fill up a challan, go to the bank, make the payment, etc. So that headache is taken away from the deductees by virtue of the TDS provisions.